What's going on YouTube? You're chilling with Volke and we are back for another part of Let's Play Fire Emblem 9 the Completionist Run. And, you know, I just want to start... Oh, never mind. Before I start with anything, the game wants to start with something. What was that sound? I heard something too. It came from the northeast. It's unlike anything I've ever heard. To the northeast? Aha! There are ruins over there. Perhaps the White Prince found them as to be a good hiding place. Let's check it out. Maybe we can find him and escape while the humans fight amongst themselves. I forgot, did I give Tabarn a voice or not? I can't quite remember. I'd like to think I did, but something's just telling me just to go normal. What are those humans thinking? Why would they be trying to lop each other's heads off? Shall I make an inquiry? Leave them. They're nothing but trouble. I second that. Now, if we want to avoid the human skirmish, we should head that-a-way, through these trees. Let's go. Yes, sir. Alright, let's figure out where to go next. Brother, what is it, Mist? Just now, did you hear a sound? Huh? No, nothing special. Really? I guess it was just me then. I forget, did I give Nazir a voice? I'd like to think I did give Nazir a voice, except it was like all pompous. You know what? I'll give him a voice anyway for now, and if I don't like it, I'll just do it later.
A high-pitched sound, like the chime of a bell.
Oh yeah, I gave him a deeper pitch of that, I think. Or a more nasally pitch of that, but I'll just stick with that for now. Ah, yes it was. That's exactly it. Or that's it exactly. I didn't hear a thing.
It came from the ruins to the southeast. It was a very slight sound indeed, one that required extraordinary ears to hear. Which means that your sister has hearing on par with that of Laguz.
Wow, did you hear that? Neat. Don't let it go to your head. A sound that Bjork can't hear. That's interesting.
It is said that those with the Heron clan are all practitioners of Sade magic. Perhaps this sound is related to that.
Sade magic? What's that? Which, by the way, if there's another way to say that, someone in the comments, please tell me. As far as I know, it's just Sade. I used to read it as sealed when I was younger, but I realized that the I wasn't an L. And I somehow combined them. I don't know what was wrong with me.
It involves archaic songs known as Galdra. Galdra. The effects of Galdra on the listener depend on the lyrics and melody. For example, a Galdra can restore lost strength and vitality to those who hear it. And if the singer is of royal blood, the Galdra may be powerful enough to remove the listener to extraordinary feats. I've even heard of tales of a Galdra that could give one the speed to do the work of two men. The Galdra grants many powers.
Wow, that sounds incredible, doesn't it, Ike? Yeah, but even with all that power, they were still wiped out by the Bjork. Right.
Herons are highly attuned to the forces of balance. Even if they had the means to resist, I doubt they would have used them.
We leave as soon as our reinforcements arrive. Duke Tanith must not succeed. Let's rescue the Heron while there's still time. Alright. Just a silent or ellipse from Nazir, I see. Oh, here's Reyson. What's he doing all the way over here? Cursed humans. How dare they defile this forest again? I will brook their savagery no more. The force whispered earlier, but I must drive these wretches out before I can speak to it further. I will go to the altar. I will give voice to the forbidden magic and destroy the humans utterly. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good. Alright. Well, we don't have any other kind of preparation to do, but we could use reinforcements, which is pretty cool. But I already set everything up so I can get reinforcements when I need them. I'm going to go ahead and ask Nephenee and Boyd to reinforce. As I set it up. Then next will be Jill and Marcia, and then finally Oscar and Kieran for the final units. As you can see there, okay, I've got everyone decked out. I think I've shown this off in the previous one, but everyone should be okay. Yeah, everyone should be okay. Which reminds me, why doesn't... Oh, Jill has the Paladin band. That's why Kieran has the full guard. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Oh yeah, and for some reason my Marcia is not getting any speed. It makes no sense, so Archer Band. Okay. I think I can reposition. Oh, no, I can't reposition. All I can do is view map and pray that I have something to do here. Alright, well, let's just go. There's not a whole lot else we can do. Did I give generic soldiers voices? I think I did.
There they are, the Crimean mercenaries! Surround them! They must all die!
I think that was it. God, it's been so long since I've done this. I'm glad to get back to it too. Listen everyone, we must make our way to the ruins to the northeast. Fight if you must, but keep up.
Hey, what about the reinforcements?
They'll have to catch up. We can't wait any longer.
Understood.
Oh boy, I never liked this chapter just because of the sheer units you have to face. Because you got soldiers, wyvern knights, or not soldiers. Well, actually, yeah, you do have soldiers, but they're like over here. But you have cavalry, wyvern knights, paladins, more cavalry. It's just a whole assortment of units to deal with that I just rather wouldn't. I'd just rather not. I forgot. I've been playing a lot of Fire Emblem Awakening recently, and I completely forgot if there's a way to. Darn it! Like I can't remember if there was a way to just like make the unit range available to everyone. Like I've been doing that a lot, so that way it could take a little bit more ease out of the prep for me. If that makes any kind of sense. And it's been working okay so far, but not great. Steel. I should be able to take a good chunk of it out of them. The problem I have with this chapter is that it does the reposition is a bigger deal to lose than people would think. Because if I want to be able to position people the way I want to, and I can't do that if they're positioning people for me. Steel lances. Okay, I'll be fine. Brom, go do your thing. Actually, I think you can get away with the steel lance. 13. It's... How can I explain this in a way that you guys can understand? Okay, it takes a little bit of the work off me so I don't have to remember the range of every single unit and where they're positioned. Yeah, that worked out. That worked pretty well. Oh, these guys have men in physics. Did I bring Volke? Please tell me I brought Volke. Please tell me I brought Volke. No, I didn't bring Volke. I wanted those physics. At least one of them had a physic. But those are free men's that I just completely missed out on. Crap. Alright, I'll deal with it. What I don't want to deal with is the massive amount of reinforcements that are going to pop up over on this side of the map. And for those of you who play this, you know what I'm talking about. They're not... Actually, it's not fair to call them reinforcements, because they're already on the map. But they are... The waves that come at you on this round. Staff? Oh, ward. Alright, check it out. See these cavaliers that moved? They are such a pain in the ass. Oh my god. And not only that, but they have ranged weapons, so they can ranged weapons and Kanto, so they can just come in, attack someone, leave. So I gotta somehow wall them in a way that they won't be able to reach my units, but at the same time, it's complicated. It's very complicated because I have to wall them in a way that my units won't be in danger, but at the same time they will be in danger. And I really should have Brom over there since he's the wall. But you know what? Easy kills. Who needs easy kills? Rolf and Tormod. Tormod, you need an easy kill. Go get the easy kill. Wait, is this through swamp? No, it is not. Alright, go get the easy kill, Tormod. Kinda wish that I had Reyson in this part of the game. Just a heads up, you do eventually get Reyson. Sorry if that's a spoiler. But you eventually get Reyson, and the thing where it's like, the speed of 2 men that Nazir was talking about, that's just how the regular Kanto works. Like, it lets your units move again. And in this game, it does something very special. But I'm not going to explain what that is yet. I'm going to leave that for a surprise. Because it is a very pleasant surprise, if I say so myself. Oh, come on, don't do... Okay. I'm sorry, I'm like going through scenarios in my head about how I'm going to deal with this, and how I'm going to deal with these ranged weapons. Because usually I could, like, wall off here, but the fact that they have Kanto means that they can come in, attack, then move away. And that is super annoying. But by the way, you may not be able to see Kanto as a skill, but it's there. All mounted units have them. I may have mentioned that in the last part. Not 100% sure. Ike, you need to level up. ASAP. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to think of where I could position my units in the place that they won't get... One of them won't get completely massacred. It looks like possibly here or here. Here is good. I'll have Ike move there. Does Rhys have a physics staff? He does. Okay. Oh, I forgot to check if I could access the thing, the armory. I mean, I don't think I could, but I forgot to check if I could. Ike really just gives no shit about the weapons triangle, does he? I mean, just looking at him, he's like, whip lance, big deal, sword, smack. He just smacks him with a sword. That's all that he does. Man, I am so looking forward to when I get Brom as a general, because that is going to be so good. God, I love defensive units. And one of the great things about Fire Emblem Awakening that I've been... levels and units essentially don't matter. Because of the reclassing system and how it works, you can always just reset back to square one if you didn't like what your results were. And there's essentially no consequences. I mean, sure, it's going to be harder to level up next time, but other than that, there's no consequences. You can just switch to another class, keep leveling up, switch to another class, keep leveling up. Eventually, over time, as you get more and more levels, it gets harder to get experience, but that's easily fixed with a DLC chapter that you can buy, and well, it's like really cheap, and I always get the DLC. Like, as soon as I heard that Fire Emblem DLC was coming out, oh, thank you for getting speed, Rolf, thank you. As soon as I heard that was coming out, I'm like, I'm buying every single bit, and I did. But anyway, I interrupted myself, and now I can't remember what I was saying. Wow, I'm completely brain dead right now. Can you attack me through this or no? You probably can, but you can't because that guy's there, which means I need to have someone here. Yay, I'm smart. Now, what was I saying before I went off on my tangent? Levels don't matter. You can reset them. You can just keep resetting if you don't like the level you got. Huh. I genuinely can't remember what I was saying. Oh well. I'll either end up repeating myself or I'll come back to it eventually. That's what I don't like about myself. I interrupt myself and then I forget what I was gonna say. It's like, not only am I rude to myself, but I also apparently ignore myself. I'm like the worst conversationalist with myself. I'm the worst person to have a conversation with. Ironic that I can't even hold a conversation with myself. Reporting for duty. Sorry to keep you waiting. Leave the rest of these jerks to me. Yeah, they come in on turn 3. Which, better late than never, but at the same time, couldn't you have gotten here a little earlier? Because now they can't even do anything here. They can't even do anything up there because they're just a little bit too late. God, this cavalry squad is going to be such a bitch to deal with. I mean, I have Zihark that may be able to do something because he's got the longsword, but I don't think he'll be able to do that much. I mean, it's got 15 weight. What is your strength anyway? I know it's less than 15. 13. He only loses 2 speed. He might actually be able to double and do some work here. Yeah, but that's not a lot of work. That's very little amounts of work. Probably because of the weapon... Probably because of the weapon triangle disadvantage. Or unadvantage, disadvantage, misadvantage? I'm not sure how I'd go about saying that. Oh, good. Good, good, good. I can have Tormod do some work here. Just from a range. God. I would love to be able to have Tormod get the kill, but when it comes to these kind of situations where it's like, someone is going to die, then you really can't afford to be picky and be like, oh, I want to give this person experience. I mean, there are 5 cavalry units here, including a paladin. I can't afford to be picky. You just can't. Oh, boy. Kind of want to have Brom get up here so he can wall, but if that's the only place that he can be... Yeah, right, go for it. The sooner I level him up, the sooner I can use him as a wall. That reminds me, what happened to Gatrie? I know I recruited him, right? Maybe he's just too high level, and I think I said this before, but in these completionist runs, I always choose the weakest units to go, so that way they have the better chance of leveling up. Wow, Brom, that was pathetic. What the hell's wrong with you? That sucked. Wow. Alright. HP sauce. Delicious, but not the time for it. Brom, you need to learn when you need to eat. Now's not the time. Alright. I can ignore the mate. I can ignore this guy, essentially. Who can't I ignore? Or I can ignore the priest. Not any of the cavalry units. Bulky sword. I'm not gonna like the feedback from that. Astrid. I'm sorry that I don't have these moves planned out ahead of time. But, oh my gosh. I hate this side of the map because this is where I've had the most units die before. I'm just glad Astrid is fast enough that she can double. That is the saving grace of this situation. As long as Astrid can double, then I shouldn't have any problems. Alright, Makalov. Don't miss. Huh. Oh, yeah. You kind of need that don't miss sword just so you don't miss. It's ridiculous. I forgot that I made it pink. Makalov is slaying with pink. Immature jokes are immature, but they're still good. They're still good. I love them. I love stupid jokes like that. Alright. Now that you no longer have the disadvantage, that's much better. That is so much better. You still can't kill, but it's much better. I can heal you. Yeah, let's do that. Can you actually double the paladin? No. That was ridiculous of me even to ask. What I'm disappointed in this game... Actually, I don't even know if it's a disappointment. What I'm used to in this game, what I'm not used to, is I'm not used... Wait, he missed! Oh, I didn't even need to heal him! You know what? Never mind, I take back everything I was about to say about this game. I take it all back. Alright, Rolf. Go for it. Normally I wouldn't go for the 2-shot, but this is the one time that my longbow actually has some good accuracy, and I can make sure I'm not in the unit or in the fire of that ranged cavalier unit. And okay, good experience. I am so concerned. You know what? Let's go with a little bit of Zabuza story time. Because it's been a while since I've done that. Zabuza story time. So when I was I haven't uploaded this for a while, and I actually haven't been uploading anything for a while because I have been ill. But not the regular kind of ill or just like, oh, he's sick or something like that. I was... What's the best way to put it? I'm trying to find a good, delicate way to put this and not try and, like, scare you guys. For some reason, that song, knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door, went in my head, and it's like, oh, that'd just be cruel. Oh, boy. Anyway, I've been pretty sick. If you saw the update video, then you know what was going on. It was essentially painful just to even sit down at the computer chair like I am now, without some kind of excruciating pain. And all I had to do was not sit. Like, I could lie down, I could stand up, I could walk, I just couldn't sit. And that was a huge problem because I need to be able to sit down to record. I've tried standing up and recording before, it just doesn't work. The angle's all wrong, the audio gets messed up, you hear heavy breathing in the microphone, and it's not good quality. It's not a good quality experience that I like to bring you guys. So I actually did what I like to call the last attempt, because I've been to a doctor before about this, and I did get some medicine, but one unfortunate night a few months ago, I ended up having the runs because of some, and this is going to sound ridiculous, but because of some bad jerky I got from my mother's boyfriend. And that gave me the runs for the entire night, and I started bleeding again. And after that, it just never quite stopped. Like, but in the past week, not like this past week, but the previous week, I'll finish this once we get to the next turn. But like I was saying, in the previous week, it started bleeding a lot more than prior. Like, I was feeling lightheaded. There was a lot more bleeding. I would get dizzy. And my mom told me, you need to go see a doctor. But the whole thing is, I don't want a doctor sticking his finger up my butt. And 2, I'm afraid that I might need surgery. And if I did, then I would be even farther out of the YouTube game. And it's just like, that's a complete interruption in my life right now that I could live without. So I'm doing what I like to call my final attempt. So I got all the medicine I needed for this problem, and I got everything situated and planned out. And I'm essentially doing things my way without the doctor, and if it doesn't work, then I will go see the doctor. That's the plan. That is the deal I made. Because I don't want to have the possibility for surgery. Even if it's like, oh, but if you need it, you need it, and no, I don't want that kind of surgery. Thank you. So if I can avoid it, I'm going to. One thing that I'm a little concerned about is if this doesn't work, what exactly happens after. So I would naturally have to go see a doctor. I don't know if the doctor would just prescribe me the same medicine, stronger medicine, or if they just say screw it and do some kind of surgery. And that's just not, I don't like the idea of surgery. Because if you guys remember, I, just recently, within the past month, if anyone's a fan of Rooster Teeth, the creator of Ruby passed away because of an allergic reaction to some medication. I think it was an anesthetic. It might not have been, but I don't like the idea of that just happening to me. I mean, obviously I could probably get tested to see if I'm allergic to it prior to, but at the same time, I just don't like the uncertainty that comes with surgery. I've never had it. I hope to never have it. I'm sure the doctors know what they're doing. I just don't like the random chance of it. Because that's a big thing. That's any kind of surgery that requires anesthesia is a really big thing. It's not something you joke around with. Okay, so that was the story time over because I realized that I might have been getting just a little too depressing there. And why don't we go back to a lighter mood? Damn it, now I can only think of butt jokes since I was only talking about butts. Oh my gosh. So, a guy walks into a bar and says, ouch. Oh my god, I'm officially out. God damn it, I'm officially out of things to say. Zihark, why you miss? Why you miss? I can corner him. That could work. Yeah, don't miss. Zihark missed. He didn't do his job. Crap. I didn't expect him to miss. How bad of damage can I take from him? I'm not gonna appreciate the damage, but I can still take it. Alright, I'll just block him in. Because now he can't go anywhere, right? Yeah. Man, I really wish I brought Volke. Then I could just heal. I could just get those that physics staff. I would have loved to have that physics staff. I wish I thought of it beforehand. I wish I looked at the enemy equipment in the stages beforehand and planned for this. Because I'm kind of just going off my gut right now. And that seems to not be working. Well, these guys seem to have a handle on it, so I'm going to send a small team this way. And take care of the other mounted units / the soldiers on the other side. Over here. And these mounted units, I'm going to send a small team of elites to take care of that. Like Nephenee, Brom, Boyd, and Makalov, you come this way. Did I call him Makalov? Oh my gosh, I've been watching too much Mage Knight 404. Because the thing is, Mage Knight 404 or Ray, he has all these clever nicknames for these characters, and Makalov is one of them for Makalov, and I keep repeating them. And I just can't stop repeating them. I've got so many phrases, I guess, that I got from Mage Knight 404 that I just regret. Calling things manly. Brom is fucking manly as hell. And whenever I use that started leaking over to my Pokemon channel, and I said that once on a Shinon Live, and it's manly, what are you, fucking gay? And it's shut the fuck up. And it's a big thing. It's annoying. By the way, I learned that the Night Guard, from watching his LP, I learned that the Night Ward gives a 30% growth rate to speed. That explains why Nephenee's been getting so much speed. If I wanted to, I should give that to, Brom or something. I was just giving it for the defense. I had no idea that it actually increased a growth rate. So that was really cool to learn. And there's so many different things I learned about this game when I watch him. Because I learned that there's a hidden mechanic in this game that I didn't know about before. Where it's that, they're called bonds. And they're in the next game, but they're a hidden mechanic in this game. And what they do in this game is that a person with a strong enough bond, or a person with a bond with another person is they can give certain advantages. Okay, well, Miss, go ahead and just heal. You need the experience. For instance, I think that Soren and Ike together will give Soren crit immunity, or it'll give them both crit immunity. I know Soren for sure. I'm not sure if it'll also give Ike crit immunity. Hold on. I want to see if I can actually get this hit off of Zihark. Because if I can get this hit off of Zihark, I have a chance of killing this guy. If not, then I have to wait another turn. There we go. Ow. 13. I could do that, right? Tormod, can you do that? No. Not at all, just no. Can you do... Makalov? Maybe not. Well, I already know that Astrid can take a hit, so why don't I just do this? There you go, babe. Now, give him a nice hit for me. Take out a nice bit of his HP. And I mean a really good bit. 8? Good enough. He's only got a 50 shot of hitting me anyway. I could dodge. Maybe. Probably not. Because I'm not lucky. Well, actually, for some reason in this Let's Play, I've been extremely lucky. Chapters that I say, oh, these are so hard. They look easy. And it's they're not this easy, I swear. Ooh, weapon level up. What'd I get? C? Yes! Now I can start using killer bows. Hell yeah. Rolf, you've been replaced. And again, you weren't that great to begin with. Ike, you need... Yeah, you need max speed for the next part, so why don't you go ahead and get the kill. The next part of this chapter is quite annoying, and I would recommend having a max level Ike. Like, even though you could have him like gain more levels within the next 2 parts of this chapter, I would recommend having him max out his level before the next part of the chapter. I guess I'll send Mia over there too. You can never have too many reinforcements. And Tormod, Makalov, Ike, and Zihark can head this way. As for over here, I think we've pretty much got it covered. Yeah, we've got it covered. Did you all see that? Did you see the reinforcements that just popped up? And it's like, Zihark just is like, oh, you want in the battle? Sure, come on through. I'll let you buy, buddy. It's like, no, don't let him buy. He's going to kill him. He's going to mutilate us. How could you let him buy? Good lord. Zihark, you're a terror to your own units. Ah. Alright, well, whatever, just go. Go. I think I also learned something else from Ray's streams. Like the Fire Emblem parts, he puts them on YouTube, but he originally streams them. It's like he streams them, then he puts them on YouTube, like I did for the last part. But I will admit, the last part, I kind of like recording it better than streaming. Okay, I can't reach. Good. Or they can't reach. God, I hate when this resets. Who could use levels? Who could use levels? Well, I just said Ike. But you can't kill. Well, Tormod, yeah, Tormod. Not Elfire. There we go. Wow, Tormod's actually started to double people. That's great. Before, he couldn't double squat. In fact, he would get doubled. Although I imagine he'll still get doubled if he tries to hold Elfire. If he can get some strength, then that'd be good, because then he can hold better tomes without the speed penalty. Like, that's the thing about mages in this game. The weight penalty really brings down their speed. And even now, he's got 10 speed. Level 13 mage and 10 speed? Meh. Like, this 3 strength will help with... he'll get a 2 weight penalty, which means he'll lose 8 speed. Yeah, okay. Oh, I finally remembered what I wanted to say before. So, one of the problems I have with FE... one of the problems I have with FE Awakening is that the speed the speed to double units is 5, and it's like instead of the usual 4 like in this game. So when I'm trying to figure out if I can double someone in that game, my regular logic doesn't apply, and I have to like change the way I think, and it hurts my brain. My brain can't handle it. My brain doesn't work like that. It can only do simple calculus. God, for a guy who aced calculus, well, at least one of the semesters, for a guy who can ace calculus, I am pretty dumb. Especially common sense wise. I don't know why, but I have the common sense of a frickin' gnat. And it's always bugged me, it's always bothered me. Another story time, and this is actually a pretty big story. I'm not sure if I told it on this channel before, just because it's actually kind of embarrassing. There was this one time I was having a birthday, and it was an all-night party. They were hanging out. We actually have like tents set up in the back, and we were all and I had like extension cords to TVs and the GameCube. And we were like playing games, and hey, Miss got strength and magic. Awesome. Wow, she got most of the stats she was lacking. That's fantastic. And we had everything set up like that, and it was all good and fun. But at the end of the night, at the end of the party, the next morning, when like it's like, okay, everyone, time to go home. I made probably one of the biggest mistakes I'd ever make in my life. And I was like, come on guys, let's just go into the house to the bathroom. Except someone was in the bathroom. but I was so sleep deprived and unaware of my surroundings that I just let my friends in regardless that someone was on the bathroom. I'm like, nah, it's fine, guys, just turn away. And it was my grandmother who was on the in the restroom. And I can't believe I did that. My grandmother at the time was cuckoo enough, but I can't believe I did that. And I was so... She seemed furious, and me, being an idiot that I was, sleep-deprived idiot that I was like, she'll get over it. It's not a big deal. And I came to my senses later, and I realized, oh my god, what the hell have I done? And I was just so ashamed. And I'm like, I let my friends in while my grandmother was on the toilet. What is wrong with me? And that was like the biggest eye-opener I've ever had. Like, I have no common sense, do I? And a little voice in the back of my head said, nope. It was awful. It was just plain awful. I can't believe I did that. And part of me knew, I think a part of me knew what I was doing was wrong and just like did it anyway. And I have no idea why I would do that anyway. It's not like I hated my grandmother. Sure, she was quirky that's a word for it, at times, but I didn't hate her. But, like, that is just, what I did crosses boundary, or crosses boundaries, or borders. Crosses lines, there we go. I crossed the line, and that was not okay. That was not a line to cross. Anyway, she passed away. She's passed away now, so I think I'm safe to tell that story. I also have some more stories about her, but I always hated that most of the stories I have about people are depressing stories. They're not good stories, they're depressing. Oh, there's something else I learned. I learned that there's like a correct. Before I interrupt myself again, I have so many stories that I could tell, but they're all depressing, and it's like no one would want to hear these stories because they are because some of them are actually very depressing. But they're stories. They're pretty much most of the stories I have. Oh wow, most of the stories in my life are depressing. That's okay. Now I'm fine. That was just a sudden realization I had. That's just kind of like. Really? Are really all the stories of my life this depressing? I know there are some good ones there, but I'm pretty sure I told them all. Like I was saying, but as I was saying, when I interrupted myself, that is a sentence apparently. As I was saying, as I interrupted myself, there's apparently a bonus objective you can do during these missions to finish them within a certain turn count or less, and you can get bonus experience, but I am not going to do that. It would be very beneficial if I did, but considering the way I'm playing, I don't think I would be able to do that, and I think that the chapters that are available, I would lose out on more EXP than I would have from bonus experience. I think it's like an 800 bonus experience boost, but I would have to skip quite a few enemy units, and I don't want to do that. I want to get my experience. I want my experience. Volke Bow, go! God, I have some of the funniest not on this LP, but like on my Awakening cartridge. I have so many funny nicknames for weapons. Like, I have so many funny names for weapons that are pretty weird. And, like, for instance, I called one of my weapons True Armads, which segues me into my next story. This is a rant. I hate the new design of Armads. How it looks like some kind of pickaxe. I freaking hate it. I like the old design better. And it's just, skill, thank you very much. And I absolutely hate it. And I took the Hector's axe from that game, which is it's a rare weapon that you can find from a from a sparkling tile. If any of you played the game, it's the tiles that give experience, or maybe a bonus support conversation, or not bonus support conversation. The like someone's affection grew or something like that, and I found that, and I'm like, you know what? Heck, this looks more like Armads than Armads itself. And I got the idea, you know what? Let me check the stats. And so I checked the stats between Hector's Axe and the current Armads that's programmed into the game. And I'm like, this isn't far off. I could forge the difference in this weapon. And I absolutely did. There's a system in this game, the forging system in that game is a little different than this one. Like, you can do it whenever, but you have to meet certain requirements, I guess you could say. You have to pay out the butt, and another thing is that you have to you can only upgrade a certain amount. Like, as in this game, as long as you have the money, you can upgrade as much as you want to their maximum values they'll allow you. But in the other game, it's like you have 8 upgrade points, and you can put them each into wherever you want. You could put them into strength, not in strength. You could put them into power. You could put them into hit. You could put them into crit. And there's no weight in that game, so you didn't have to worry about that. But you could put them into hit, power, and crit. So you could essentially split it up like 3, 3, and 2, or 5 and 3 for another stat. So what I ended up doing was I matched the stats from Hector's Axe to Armads, and it looked pretty good. But I had bonus points left over, and I'm like, what can I do about these bonus points that would make sense? So then the thought occurred to me, well, Armads has an extra 5 defense. So if I gave a crit bonus, wouldn't that be kind of like killing the enemy to survive the hit, or before surviving the hit? And so I got that idea, and I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. And I managed to what am I trying to say? I did it. I got an arm. I nicknamed it True Armads, and it's now a weapon with 17 might, 80 hit. I think it might be 85, but I think it's 80 hit and 30 crit. And the Hector's Axe already has a special property that lets you increases your strength and defense by 2. So while it doesn't give the +5 bonus to defense that the normal Armads would, I'm satisfied with it, because it still gives a +2 bonus to it. It gives a +2 strength bonus, which is really, really nice. And in general, I think it's a better option. And plus the design I love much better. I mean, it looks much closer to the actual Armads than anything that it could. It doesn't look fake. The Armads that is currently in the game looks fake, and this Armads does not look fake. That's what I'm trying to get at. Crap. There's really not a lot I can do against these guys. You know what? I'll lead him back. I'll pull him back. Because I'm trying to get them over here to where my other units are. But they kind of pulled back, and I kind of got slowed down by the swamp and the thickets. Okay, good. I think I'm in a good place now. Except you, Nephenee. You're going to get hit with that lance, apparently, because I was not paying attention. 28 hit. You got defense, right? Yeah, you got defense. Okay, you can actually... I think you can take it pretty well. This music is so calm. But that's not what I was talking about. I was talking about how I didn't like the design of Armads. And it's something that I don't think I can ever let go of. Because it's like, it looks like this kind of demonic pick now. And that was not the story of Armads. Armads was supposed to be the giant thunder axe that was used by the Berserker Armad, or was it the Berserker Armads? I can't remember his name, but oh my god, Rhys got speed. Holy crap. But it's supposed to be this legendary weapon wielded by this monstrously powerful guy, and they turn it into that! I don't understand it. It's just, it's so bad. The design is so bad. And, like, I've had people say, you really care about the design? You don't like the design of a weapon. That's why you don't like it. And I'm like, absolutely! It just, people don't get it that the design of the weapon is just as important as the design of the characters or the design of the layout with that kind of game. In this kind of game with Fire Emblem 9 and 10, like Fire Emblem 9, 10, let's see, it's 9, 10, not 11 or 12, 13. So 9, 10, and 13, which are the Fire Emblem, which are the Fire Emblem games, that are 3D. The design of the weapons is key with the design of the characters, because if you're not going to have all the swords be the same, which is an option, I don't blame some FE unit or some games for doing that, like in FE 6, 7, and 8, and FE 11 and 12. That's a design choice, and I respect that. And you know what? Sometimes it works. It works really well because the weapon is designed well for the unit. But when the weapon is designed poorly, you make it not want to be used. And it's discouraging to actually fight with that weapon, because it's like, God, this thing is ugly as hell. And it feels, I said it before, I'll say it again, it feels like a betrayal to the original Armads. No, don't do it, dude. Don't do it, you're gonna get killed! I warned you. For some reason, Boyd is too strong. He could just kill these guys with iron bows. I didn't expect him to be able to kill them with iron bows. Like, I expected him to be doing, like, almost killing, but apparently my Boyd is just that powerful. Yeah, get the damage over with. You are not going to be able to kill me. I saw the hit before, I could take it. Boyd is great bait for getting these units, or baiting these units out. What is the thing? Arrive? Alright. Okay, Rolf can get some nice juice experience here. I'm surprised. Rolf has turned into a competent unit. He went from, like, bad to, okay, he's not so bad now. Because now he can double people, he can take out these Wyvern Knights with the effective damage. So good. Oh, my rant about the design. If the design of the game doesn't fit with the game itself, then it seems like a betrayal. Which it seems like they did. They did actually keep in tune with the design of the overall game on Fire Emblem 10 or Fire Emblem 13 or Awakening. So I'll give them that. The Armads looks like it fits to that game, but the thing is, the Armads is a what's the word? Something weapon. It's a what's the word I'm looking for? It's a something weapon. It's the thing, the fan, like fan, oh my gosh, it's the fan thing where, like, fan service. There we go. Thank you, fan service. Fan service. Holy crap, I couldn't remember that name. Okay, so the Armads is fan service from the FE7 game, but it looks nothing like what the designs from the FE7 game were. So I'm thinking, what the hell? What are you doing? I mean, I went and looked, and it's like the Hellswath looks like it did when it was in FE5 or FE4. I don't remember which one because I've never actually played the game. But I looked up the images on Google, and it's like, okay, this design fits. Why doesn't the other one? And it just bugged me to no end, and it still bugs me to no end, because it's like they said, okay, you know what? We're doing a whole redesign thing. Let's just redesign whatever we want. But they already released games in America of these designs, and there's been, like, official artwork of these designs that have been done. Wow, that's a bunch of unnecessary stats that I don't need. Well, I need them eventually, but I didn't need them all at once right then. I could have used some strength and defense. Ugh. Whatever, I'm just gonna go I'm gonna go arrive. Oh, that guy's so dead. Makalov, go for it. Actually get a kill. Can you do something without missing? Yay! He can do a thing without missing. I think I've beat it into your guys' heads enough about the Armads thing. I think I'll just give it a rest. Just bottom line, I don't like Armad's new design. I think they should have stuck with the one previous, and I don't think I'll ever get over it. So yeah. Please don't have any more reinforcements. Can Brom actually get there? Well, it depends if I can shove him. No. Mia, can you get there? Yes, but you need to be shoved. Alright, go. Oh. Phew, we finally made it. Let's split up and search the surrounding area.
Ike, what do you think of calling in more reinforcements?
The Duke's army seems nearly limitless, and I'm worried about our weapons situation. Let's do it. And there you go, that is Chapter 17, Part 2. So, I hope you guys all enjoyed that video, and I'm sorry if I chatted your ears off with that little rant of mine about Armads, but that's just how I feel about that. So again, hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you all next time. Bye!